I like to use analogies in trading, and one of those is what I call the hot potato game. What's the hot potato game? It's a party game where participants stand in a circle. First one holds something to represent a potato. It could be a potato, a beanbag, or a ball. They pretend it's hot. When the music starts, they got to pass it quickly from one participant to the other around the circle until the music stops. And when the music stops, the last person holding it is holding a hot potato, burning his hands, and he has to leave the game. So why is that like trading? And how could you use that analogy? Well, watch the following and you'll see what I mean. As I just indicated, trading is in any market, whether it's currencies, cryptos, equities, gold, silver, oil. It's all a big game of hot potato. What I mean by that is, as long as the momentum is pointed in one direction, the beanbag or potato, whatever you're holding, is being passed around the circle. But once the music stops, that move stops, and it's going to reverse in the other direction. That's why I focus on episodes, because you'll see that in the Amazing Trader Trading Guide. I suggest, if you haven't read it, or even if you have, review it again, because when one episode ends and the other begins, you got to be in sync with it. If not, you'll be trading the old episode and selling when the market's buying, or buying when the market's selling, and that's a prescription for probably losing money. So let's look at these. I'm going to do a drill down here from April 29th, 2022. You can see here on this daily chart, you have a quadruple top around 109.37, which set up to move through this multi-year support at 106.35. So you have to get back above at least this level here to suggest that a low for this major move to the downside is probably in. So then we drill down, and this is what I want to show you. We'll go to a 4-hour chart. And what I mean by the hot potato, you can see when these blue lines are dominating, there's a hot potato to the downside, and you want to be short. But look what we had here. We had a directional indicator off the low, and that was your sign here of a potential bottom. The longer the chart, the more significant the patterns. We broke this blue line over here. Why it's important is the preceding blue line ahead of this low, all explained again in detail in the Amazing Trader Trading Guide. We broke through it. So at a minimum, we are now in a correction. The strong move to the downside is likely over. And this was your hot potato. This is when the music stopped. This is when it was confirmed. And if you were selling in here based on this move to the downside, this episode to the downside, you would have been on the wrong side of the market. So recognizing when this down episode ended and a fresh move to the upside began. This is only a correction, by the way. A correction can be quite vicious. You would have known to at least not trade this old episode because the music had stopped. Now I could scroll down further. You see, this is a 1-hour chart, 30-minute chart, and you see the red lines dominating here until you had this big wick over here. And often, especially in corrections, moves will end when you have a large wick on a candle or a large bar on a bar chart, because indicates the shorts, in this case, the weak shorts, are throwing in the towel and getting stopped out. This indication the market run stops. Now we went to a 15-minute chart. What did you see here? You saw red lines dominating. What does that mean? That means that the potato is being pushed around in a circle as the market moves to the upside. So if you liken Amazing Trader patterns, when you open a chart and red lines dominate, or in the case of a down move, blue lines are dominating, think in the terms of the hot potato game. and the potato is continuing to move on, and the music has not yet stopped.